some real money in the room.
And this wasn't even on the menu, but since you brought up Finesse 2 times, 1090J dropped Paperwork on Finesse. Now, 1090J, when he drops Paperwork on you, it's bad. You know what I'm saying? I've seen him nearly end Boston Richie's career. He's ended several careers. Spot him, got him. You know what I'm saying? Just from releasing the Paperwork, you know? Finesse 2 times, I've met him before. Like, you can smell it on him. He a real dude. Like, as far as his persona, I don't, necessarily know about his Paperwork, but as far as himself, like, you can tell he kind of street, you know what I'm saying? He got a little edge about him. I believe he walked the yard. He wasn't in protective custody. You know what I'm saying? He came home. He was embraced by not just Mob Ties, who he signed to, but Moneybag. They ended up doing some kind of a deal with Bread Gang. You know what I'm saying? The whole CMG rocked with him. Memphis rocked with him. Everybody rocks with Finesse. The industry rocked with him. Finesse even said that he wouldn't do a song with Gunna because Gunna snitch. But 1090J dropped Paperwork on Finesse. My question to you is, do you believe that the Paperwork on Finesse is legitimate?
All right, let me answer this. Let me correct something you just said. Finesse didn't say he wouldn't do a song with Gunna. He said he will do a song with Gunna. He said, but it got to be
the right intentions.
Sincere, right? Yeah, right.
And he said what he said. So let me deduce what he said for you.
Okay.
So he said that the intentions had to be right, and he wouldn't do a song right now because he believes that the intentions wouldn't be right. He feels like he'd be trying to use him to co-sign him being a,
Right. So here's the thing. Yes, the Paperwork, the Paperwork is good. It's true. Now here's the thing, because I did a video on this. He walked the penitentiary yards because of he was a juvenile. That was a juvenile case. So now you're PSI. The PSI go and investigate your whole history. So everything's in that PSI. Juvenile, I got my own PSI, my juvenile record, my family, school, everything's in that PSI. But in 99, 2001, somewhere up in there, Eric Holden, who was the Attorney General at the time, banned us in the federal system from having our PSI, because the PSI tell you about your whole case. Now, when you go to Fed, dudes want your sentencing transcript.
Eric Holder, who worked under
for the
Obama.
Attorney General, the black guy.
Right, under Obama, light skin.
Yeah, yeah. The thing is, your docket sheet and your sentencing transcript, what people want. Finesse juvenile record is not going to be in the sentencing transcript. It's not going to be on his docket sheet because that was a juvenile state case. He had a federal case. So when he do his paperwork party, all they see is, okay, he stood up. They don't know what he did as a juvenile. They don't know about no state stuff. So he could slide through the federal system. Because they don't know about this here juvenile stuff. Where it coming bad at is when his co-defendant, who said, oh, you stole my name, co-defendant said, my name was Finesse King. Finesse 2 times was Debo. I was like, wow, he took everything and ran with it. But if you notice this, and I was like, come on, Finesse, you tripping. When he got up, when he tried to defend it, when the dude put it out, when Finesse got on social media, Finesse like, hey, first of all, you can't get no juvenile paper, you can't do this. He never said that's a lie. He just said you can't do this, you can't do that. I done had plenty of paperwork parties.
Right.
But when I saw that, I was like, yeah, he hit. But I've also said this, that whatever he done as a juvenile, that shouldn't matter in the music industry. He was a juvenile, you know. But some people hold everything you done in life, you held accountable for all that. So this new wave of youngsters or social media, they have a way of making the rules. But I learned this though, they make the rules and break the rules. As far as good music, I mean, think about it. Gunna dropped the album and shut it down. You know what I'm saying? People gonna still listen to music because it's more civilians than steppers in the world. It's more people that don't care about street stuff you got because they don't have nothing to do. I want you to entertain me. I want to hear some good music. I want to hear some good stuff, and I want to enjoy it. I want to party. You see what I'm saying? Right. So, I like Finesse songs, but I can't, because of my situation, I'm not in the position to judge him and say, oh yeah, you're a rat, or no, you lose your stripes, no, you can't step. That's not my call. Plus, it's my understanding that he's affiliated. So that's really on those guys who he's affiliated with to really address that and handle that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Now it's gonna be interesting to see how the street's gonna take his next song, next album, because you know he talk that talk. He even said, if a bro give you some cat and you tell somebody then you're a rat, then. Right. You know what I'm saying? He make a person feel like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Right. Let's talk that talk, bro. So it's gonna be interesting to see if he can still snap like that, because we know him from that. Right. You can't come back and try to do a Will Smith album. It ain't gonna be right. Right. Or you gonna try to stop talking about snitches and rats, and you gotta stick that. You gotta keep that same thing going, that same energy. Right. Because people gonna still rock with you regardless, because you're hot. And now here's the thing: is this label still gonna push behind him, or is people gonna still stand about? Well, so far, Boosie still follow him, and you know Boosie anti-snitch. Boosie, he a real gangster stepper. He don't like that stuff. So if Boosie still following, then that means they don't care about the juvenile stuff. And another thing is, because it's juvenile, a lot of people looking over like, oh man, I mean, it wasn't nothing fair, it wasn't nothing, you know what I'm saying? So we ain't tripping off that. But I'll tell you this, had his co-defendant had a way to send that paperwork to the feds, or he wouldn't have made it. They would have put that knife in there, ran him off the compound, they would have dogged him on that compound. They would have got that on, they would have got on his top.
You know, it's interesting people say that, because a lot of people feel like you ain't tell on me. So if there was nobody in the feds who was associated with the person who allegedly got told on.
You see, the Fed work different. Because here's the thing. Finesse from Memphis, right? Right. You had a Memphis call here. You had a Latino call. You had Bloods, Crips, get all different, you know, gangs in different states, right? If the paperwork get in the Mexican call hand, they're gonna go to Memphis call and say, hey, we heard your homie a rat. If y'all don't get him off this compound, we are. So now it's gonna make their whole call back, so they're gonna have to do something. You know what I'm saying? So the feds is totally different, bro, from how the state play or whatever they do, bro. It's totally different, bro. Right. Totally different. It's gonna be interesting to see the next few days and weeks, you know, how they gonna take this, how they gonna go about this. They gonna sweep it under the rug or whatever.
Hey, real tone, there's some real money in the room.